Hi everyone, welcome back to my very last catching up on daily life video for the year 2018. I am so excited at this point to be done. I was excited back in whenever this was that I finished it. I want to say February or March. I think I finished them before the school started closing, but that doesn't matter. This video is a little longer because I am combining there's basically 3 more spreads. So there's going to be a left-hand side, a right-hand side, and then the last left-hand side, which I will talk about as we go along. So I am adding some just different photos here. I think when I was editing this video, I heard more photos printing in the background. So I think I'm definitely trying to print up some and get it all finished up. Now I want to talk about the kit I am using. So I don't know how long ago. Quite a while ago, I talked about this kit. I think I did a scrapbook layout with this kit. I do not have any clue, don't remember when. But then when I was done using this kit, this is the kit that I used to kind of show you guys my plan with kit scraps. And I showed you how I cut them all down, all the big enough papers. I either cut them down to 4x6 or 3x4, and then put them all in a 6x6 bag along with all the embellishments and stuff and saved them. I know I talked about these kits a little bit in my goals for 2020 video and that I wanted to get some of them used up. I have used up some and I've also created more. So it's a little bit of a but that's okay. It's kind of offsetting itself with my new Spend Less, Scrap More series too, because with those, I know I'm not going to have any leftovers. So we'll see how it goes. But I have used up some of the kits, and some of them, like this kit, I can't remember if I made, and I don't even think I made any cards. So kind of at the end of everything, after I'm done with all my layouts, when I'm done with all my, kind of like in my Spend Less, Scrap More video as well, you guys saw I took a few of the scraps and made a card. That's kind of my plan for everything from now on, and I will talk more about that in another video. But I think I tried making 1 or 2 cards. I might have made a few with this Christmas cards, and then I put whatever else that I did not want from this leftover kit into a bag to put on the giveaway table at my local crop. So it works out really well. I am going to go back and forth a little bit here because I'm going to realize I'm going to get mixed up a little bit on which photos go with Christmas Eve and which photos go with Christmas Day. Not that it's that huge of a deal, but I kind of like them to go in order in the album. So I am going to add these photos, I believe, to this left-hand side, and then I'm going to realize that these don't go on that side because these were from Christmas Day. So if you see me mixing them around. So if you're curious to see me actually using this kit that I put together, I don't think I used a lot of the brads. The brads, I did save some of them. Those big, chunky, huge ones that look like pearls, I don't care for those so much, so I didn't save those, I don't believe, but either that or I used them on a card or something. But anyways, so I hope that I mentioned that I would use these eventually, and I know that was a long time ago, but I hope that you guys understand what I'm talking about. And if I can find that video, I will link it below where I make these into the scraps. But that's literally all I do is when I'm done making 12x12 layouts, and I don't like to force myself to make layouts if I'm done with a collection, a collection completely. I don't like to force it because I feel like I just don't like those layouts. I think it's great people who can use up every last little bit, but if I don't like them, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? I view this hobby as something that's not supposed to be stressful, and when I do that, it makes it stressful. So when I realized that I can start saving, I used to stay, sorry, I keep getting kind of stumbled on my words here, but I used to save these scraps for the purpose of daily life, but I would keep them on my shelves with all my collection kits. And that took up a lot of space that probably took up a full, 12x12 calyx cube on my shelves, if not a little more, because I have quite a few of these collections. And when I realized I have my top shelf in my scrap room, which yes, I'm still working on a tour, it's going to take a while. it's a lot more work than one might think. So, but you'll see what I will mention where I have all these now, because once I started cutting them down to be, not only is it nice having them ready to be the size that I need them to be, you know, 4x6 and 3x4. Some of them I did attempt to cut to 4x4, but I think I did that before I realized I'm done with all the different sized page protectors. I do want to use up the ones that I have that are different sizes, but I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. So, but for the most part, I either cut them to 4x6 or 3x4. And a lot of them I cut to 4x6, you can see here, because you can always cut them to 3x4 later, but you can't always cut them, or, you know, you can glue two together next to each other to make it a 4x6 from two 3x4s, which, you know, sometimes I do. Usually it's two separate cards though. But I just, yeah, anyways. I try to do 4x6, and then from there, if it's not big enough for that, I will cut them to 3x4. And this one, this is a kit that I have started saving a little bit different size of scraps in, because like I said, I've started making cards with my leftovers. Again, I have a video coming up talking a little bit more about that. I did play a little bit more with this. I didn't just do picture, picture, sticker, sticker. Some of them I did, but you can see here, I really wanted to try to use up these embellishments, because I knew once I was done with this, I was done with this collection. I love this collection, but there was far too many of delivery and trucks and all this kind of stuff. But I had that Dear Santa sticker that I really liked, and they're sitting on Santa's lap here, and so I added that Dear Santa sticker. I took it off the wax paper, and I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to using wax paper or page protectors, for my die cuts, I am using page protectors. For my stickers, I will never put them on page protectors. I just recently discovered that even after being on a page protector for a day, those stickers were stuck. And I have stickers that have been on wax paper for a very long time that sometimes they might have a little trouble coming up, but not nearly like it did after a day on a page protector. So I like using those with my collections. You guys know, if you've been watching me, that I put all my die cuts on a page protector. Love that for die cuts, because it saves the cardstock, and I can reuse the page protector a little easier. But for, yeah, I'm just, as far as page protectors and stickers, I suggest don't do it. They stick. At least for me, they do. So anyways, I'm kind of getting off on a little tangent there. I just recently had that happen, so I was like amazed at how it was like they were on there one night and I couldn't peel them up. I was amazed. So that's why I was just thinking about that. But here's kind of an example where I did take two 3x4 cards and put them together. So these are two different pictures, but they're kind of the same thing. So each Christmas Eve, my kids get pajamas. We give them pajamas, and they open them Christmas Eve, and then I have to take pictures of them. So there's my two boys. My daughter wasn't living with us, so she didn't get them this year. I think she might have even been working or with a separate family or something. But I wanted each boy's picture to stand out. So what I did was I took two 3x4 cards, put them next to each other that were two different designs, but made the pictures you might have seen. I mounted them like they were one picture with the white border. And I really like how that one turned out. So the other thing I'm going to say is these sticker books. I'm sure you guys all know about these sticker books. I had just recently when I was using this, it might have been like a day or two after, there was a Hobby Lobby that opened up near me, and I went shopping with my friend. So yeah, I must have put this together right before everything started closing. But I picked up that sticker book with the holidays, and I started using it like crazy. I was so excited at how much I used it. And for not only this one, but all the spreads that I do after this, I don't have a lot of those sticker books. I have like 6 or so, but I love them. The ones that I have, I've started using with these daily life pocket pages, and I'm really like them. So I would say if you've never tried those before, maybe give one a try. The other thing I was thinking would be really great for these is to maybe take to a crop, because then you don't have to take like tons of different stickers. You could just take 1 or 2 of these books and you'll have all kinds of things to add. So that's just a little tip right there. I Unfortunately, nobody can go to crops right now, so I haven't had the chance to give it a try, but the very next crop that I go to, I plan to take a couple of those sticker books and see how it works, and just for extra embellishments, because you guys know I take my collection kits. So anyways, back to the page. I think I might be working on the separate side. What I decided to do for this video was, I was like, why am I showing you guys, stopping the video, showing you the layouts, and then doing the other side? Why not just do both sides and then show you them both at once? So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I think I finished the left-hand side just there. And you might have seen I had a chipboard piece that basically was the same picture that was on the 3x4 card, but I thought it kind of would add a little interest. Once I glued the chipboard on there, I wasn't super crazy about it. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't like blow me away. So anyways, yeah, that's that story. So but it gave it a little added interest instead of just a blank 3x4 card. So this part, I will tell you, I am scrapbooking these photos, even though, so you guys know I kind of went MIA in November and December, and part of the reason was my daughter and her fiance split apart. There is no longer going to be a wedding or anything. It was a very hard time, so I'm dealing with a lot of that. Things are okay now, so, you know, no worries there. But yeah, they split apart last November, but this is 2018, and I have those pictures, that picture of her and him there. They came over Christmas morning and opened presents with us, but I don't know if I will scrapbook those photos or how to do it yet when it comes to my 12x12 layouts. But with my daily life albums, he's in, you know, they were together for over 4 years. So he's in a lot of my daily life albums and a lot of other pictures, and I'm still going to scrapbook those because that was life then, you know what I mean? And so doing this was kind of hard, and it is kind of hard even talking about it, but that was the life then, and I didn't do anything extra to that photo. I kind of just put it in there. Here's my daughter finally in her PJs, and I just put that photo in there, and I don't even say anything, because this is 2018. I'm scrapbooking it like it was still 2018, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I've always kind of wondered. I've always wondered what people would do with, you know, pictures, like if they got divorced or things like that. And everybody's going to approach it different. You know, we're doing better now than we were. Had I tried to do these, you know, back in November, I probably would not have done very well with that picture or whatever. But like I said, I leave all the pictures of him in there until they're split up. And then I don't know if I even have... I might have, yeah, I think I do have a process, so I will talk a little bit more about that in 2019 when everything actually happens. So, I was getting really low on embellishments. I don't know, you might have seen me kind of journal on a couple spots on these extra cards or the like tags or the ephemera pieces, and then just trim it out. Partly doing that because you can't maybe tell too much in the picture, but this isn't really a white collection. It's first of all, it's Cartabella, so it's got that super thick, nice texture to it, but it's not really white, and I didn't want to like print up a bunch of journaling on super white and have it stand out. And again, I'm trying to use this stuff up. So I'm going to use this card here. I can't remember if I changed this or not. Oh, these stickers too, by the way, these alphabet stickers were also part of this Cartabella collection, which goes back to when they still put those alphabets. And I wish they would start doing that again. I really miss getting a collection from a company and have the alphabets with it. I mean, yeah, it's part of the reason I have so many alphabet sets, but you know what? I wish they would at least sell a separate alphabet. I know Simple Stories just came out with like their huge line of alphabet foam thicker thingies, but that's like a lot for me. So I don't know. I kind of liked it when you could buy the collection and it had the alphabet. But that is where those alphabet stickers came from. And I do keep those alphabet stickers afterwards. So I'm going to use a brad as the little tag hole thing for this card. And you might have seen I just took the 3x4 card, whatever it had on it, and I just put this tag over it. I think I liked what the tag said more than I did the other thing. So I'm looking for, I did that date card and I don't like it. I I don't know. I'm kind of playing around here, seeing if I can use up a different piece of ephemera. Some of those are just too big to use. And then I found this little wreath, and I really like the wreath. It's pretty. I didn't know how to add it on there. I was trying to use up those letters, those alphabet letters, but I knew they wouldn't fit on here, but I didn't care at this point. I did not like the way the other one looked. I can't remember. This is just like December something through something, so I don't honestly know the dates, whatever it says there. I can't see it on my screen, but I just got rid of that 3x4 card that I put the date on. I didn't, it's kind of a waste, but if I really didn't like it that much that I got rid of it. So yeah, anyways, I made a new date card, and that's going to go in here. And now I'm going to show you the first left-hand page, which is these ones here, and the first right-hand page. And then after I show you these, I will do the next left-hand side. Does that make sense? So it'll be the last page of the album. Actually, it's not the last page of the album. So what I do after this is I usually take my Christmas cards and I somehow fit them into a pocket page of some size or another and put them in the very last of my album. So that way, and I don't keep all my Christmas cards, just kind of more the special ones. If they're just, like ones you get from your insurance agents or something, I don't bother keeping those, but like picture ones of family, I will save those. So, oh, and there I was showing you my room, I believe at this point was almost completely done. I was super excited about that. And I have pulled out another kit for this side of the layout. I don't know where this kit came from. I think, I think it was a Scraptastic layout kit that I didn't like, so I cut a lot of it down to use in my in this pocket page album. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't like, it's no wonder I cut them down because I really did not like this much at all. I like the way the layout turned out, but when I was done with this, I was done with these stuff. I went through, I don't think I even made cards. None of it really like mixed together. This was when Scraptastic, if you guys were subscribers, they had really great kits up until about the last year. And then they started trying to make their own embellishments and stuff. And it just kind of went I don't know. I didn't like their stuff. It was, once they started making their own stuff, it just kind of stopped being a good kit. So yeah, I mean, they have these rub-ons here. I'm really trying to use the rub-ons because they're really pretty. I can't remember I don't think I saved them. Rub-ons are not something that I'm that crazy about because, you never know what you're going to get with rub-ons. Whether or not they're even going to stay on there is always a big question. So I didn't keep those rub-ons either, even though they were really pretty. I can't remember if I did cards with this stuff or not. I think I honestly didn't because you can see I'm going over and over through this stuff right now. None of it really seems to go together, which was weird. I pulled out this little book or my books, and I'm going to find what I want in these books instead. Which was kind of an eye-opener. So I'm glad that I don't get Scraptastic anymore. This was back in 2018, and I mentioned this when I did the tree, when we were getting our Christmas tree, and they were playing around like it was Fortnite. My son had drawn a couple pictures, whatever both those pictures are there. I didn't have a lot of pictures for the 26th through whatever the end of the year was. So filling them in with pictures that your kids draw and stuff like that is a really good filler if you don't have enough pictures. So I took those, and I really like it because, like I said, now it's not cool to like Fortnite. So I will always have these that he drew back when he did like it. Although they've kind of gotten into it this last week again. They have a new mode you can play or whatever. So, but I'm going to put those in there, and those are going to go next to each other. Plus, I like to add little pieces of their artwork no matter what it's about on occasion, because I feel like it's them at that age, as they grow, their drawing abilities and stuff get better, and their writing. So that's something I've always added in. So I do have this picture again at my scrapbook room, and I'm looking for something to add to that. There was these phrase words. I kind of thought about playing around about putting one of those just in the middle of that photo, but I don't know. I kind of didn't really like it. It was just a little too big. So I'm just going to add a little embellishment. And again, I'm just simply down to sticker, put it in the pocket page. I was so excited at this point because I saw the end coming. I think that I actually didn't even get to sit down in one sitting and do all of this. I think I had to pause and go back a couple times, and I was so bummed about that. But I am trying to add this little sticker, this strip from this book, to a couple different places. It's kind of next to each other, but I do like to bring the same type of stickers around to different areas of my layout. And now I'm just trying to fill up the rest of it. There was a bottle of insulin I found in our dish rag drawer in the kitchen, and I thought that was really random. A couple of these you can see I even just used my Collect app to print up the journaling, so I didn't even have to worry about that. And I'm looking at my leftover, all the stuff, the little enamel shapes and all those things worked out pretty good with this kit, but I don't know what, I'm glad I don't get their kits anymore after this. There was that 3x4 card that said, oh, the places you will go. I kind of just stuck that in there to be kind of a filler card, and I like that saying. That's one of the sayings. It's by Dr. Seuss. I've always really liked those kind of sayings, so I did add that in there. Cutting down another 3x4 card now, 4x6 card to be 3x4, so I can just put it in the album. Again, I think I'm just going to dig around, look for a sticker. This is of a French dip, and this was the first time I've ever had a French dip, so my husband made it. I just decided to go ahead and scrapbook that. I think I'm going to do, my date. I'm going to do the date sticker with these same alpha stickers that I had just used, just to try to use more of these up, but I don't think I had enough of the numbers, and so I'm just going to look through my black thickers to try to use up some more of those. And I just picked out these, whatever these ones are, and this was December 26th through 31st. Yay, the very last page. I'm so excited that this is the last page. I'm going to use my Nuvo glue because, with thickers, they don't ever stay in place unless you add more glue. So I'm gluing those ones down, and I don't know if there's much else that I do to this layout. I'm not sure if I do very much as far as journaling goes either. So I really like this date card, though. I really like how big the numbers are and all that kind of stuff. So I put an enamel shape in the middle. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have added some outline to a lot of the different cards just to kind of, give it a little more emphasis, because I didn't care for the cards as they were. So, oh yeah, this is the last one I think I'm working on for Christmas. I've been doing diamond painting, and so my son seems to be really interested in it. So for Christmas, he got a diamond painting set, a small one, made for kids, and this is the only time he's ever worked on it. So yeah, he might be interested in me doing it, but he's definitely not interested in doing it himself, which I think is funny. I didn't record that at the time because, like I said, I like to record this album like I'm still in that time, if that makes sense. I try to do that a lot with my layouts, but just add a little bit of journaling, knowing that I was so close. I was pretty happy about that and getting pretty excited, and I just wanted to throw it together. Looking for one more word. I can't remember what I am looking for at this point. Maybe just a little shape or something to put on there. But again, these little books, I've used these up so much doing my daily life albums that it's crazy. So this is my final pocket page for 2018. And I will, like I've mentioned, do a flip through of both albums, but I am very excited to be done. I'm going to put this down and do a little celebration for you there. See you next time. Bye.